continue with the San Joaquin Hills Board meeting. Next item on the agenda is the consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar are considered routine and will be enacted by one vote. There will be no discussion of these items unless board members request specific items be removed from the consent calendar for separate action. Are there any directors that would like to remove anything from the consent calendar? Spitzer has asked for 3 to be pulled.
Move the balance.
It's been moved and seconded for items 1 through 4 with the exception of 3. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you very much. Item number 3, Mr. Spitzer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to make it abundantly clear for the record that with respect to the recommended action in terms of the settlement agreement and mutual general release of the CEO, that I'm a no vote. I'm a no vote because I believe we should be exercising the for-cause provision, which would be termination without severance. I object to the severance provision being utilized in this matter. I'll be a no vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other board members have a comment on this item? Director Manning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I too want to register a no vote on this, and in particular it's because in the settlement agreement there's a non-disparagement clause which seems to suggest that there's limited things that I as a director would be able to say. I'm very concerned with preserving my ability to be able to tell the public why I'm doing what I'm doing and to put truth out there, because I think this agency is not well served if we don't have transparency, and so I won't be able to support the settlement agreement with that clause in it.
Thank you. Any other directors have comments to make? If not, we have a motion.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd move the recommended action. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? No. Hands of those opposed, please, so we can count. All right, that's 2 opposed, balance in support. Thank you very much. Item number 5. Is there a staff report?
Good morning. I'm David Lowe, the acting chief engineer.
On 5, I have a Levine Act issue, so I'll be excusing myself.
All right, we have a recusal of Director Spitzer on item number 5. The minutes will reflect. Please proceed.
This staff report is for item report number 8 in your packet. In August of last year, the board approved a contract with Ortiz Enterprises for the civil construction work associated with the conversion to all electronic tolling. Since that time, we have significantly revised the signage for the project to incorporate our new license plate and non-account payment types, express account, and one-time toll. In November of last year, the board approved the design work for the new signage, and the plans have since been designed and subsequently approved by Caltrans. Today's item is for the contract changes for the sign fabrication and installation. While I had hoped to have a finalized change order ready for presentation to you this morning, we have not yet reached agreement with Ortiz on the final amount. We're recommending approval of the estimated amount of $50,000 for this agency, so that when a final agreement is reached with Ortiz, we can fabricate and install the signs quickly so that we can meet our conversion schedule. Should the work exceed the approved amount, we will only authorize the highest priority signage up to that limit and later return to the board for further approval. And I'd be happy to answer any questions about the program.
Do we have any questions of staff on this issue?
I'm sorry, Chair.
Yes.
Chair Rush. Yes, Mr. Lowe, thank you. Good report, appreciate it. So would you just make clear why the revisions were not ready at the time of the original contract and you presented to us?
We had a number of changes. The original signs called out, for instance, on the overhead signs, they labeled the signs fast track or toll account.
Okay.
And subsequently, we decided to name that express account. So we had to revise the signs that way. And we also added some signs in some locations that were in advance of entering the toll road system. So we're looking at whether or not we need to do those, and that's why we're having an issue with finalizing the change order right now.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Appropriate. All right, we have an abstention by Director Bates as well on this item, and it would be appropriate for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion in 2 seconds. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you very much. Executive officer report. Do we have an executive officer report today?
Yes, we do, Mr. Chairman. I call on Jim Gallagher to give us our coal and revenue report.
Good morning. This is your monthly traffic and revenue report. If we can forward that to San Joaquin, please. There we go. As usual, you're looking to see that the red bar is higher than the blue bar from last year and greater than the projected budget from this year, and that's the case for transactions. The year-over-year change, you can see that this is still very steadily upward, and that's a very good sign. If you're above 3% or so, you're doing very well. So. And I would tell you, I looked at the information for March so far, and it's just about in this range as well. So we're continuing to do traject upward for transactions, and the revenue picture is a good. Thank you. They're basically exactly the same. So we're doing well there. I wanted to just report very briefly on account signups. You can see the numbers for February there. And for fast track and express accounts, there's about 73, almost 7,400 new accounts were signed up. Typically we get about 3,000, so we're doing very well with getting people acclimated to the changes that are coming, even without having a date announced for that, which we're going to be working on in the next days. I looked at the March information; it's tracking right along with what happened in February. And interestingly, for me, our one-time toll numbers are staying just about the same, and I think that's a good sign. What we want are people to sign up for accounts. So the February numbers are there for you. I don't see anything strange in them at all. This is just a bar chart of the previous information, and they just focus on the red segments, and these are express accounts. And you can see that from December, when we first offered express accounts, these are growing in terms of signups very nicely. And the last one is just a pie chart showing that. So that's your traffic and revenue. I would say too that there's no calendarization issues between this year and last year. The exact same number of weekdays and weekends and holidays and things in 2014 as 2013. So it's a pretty straight up comparison for last year.
Could we back up to the slide before this one? Bar chart. So the green is one-time toll,
Correct.
and it is about holding the same.
It's in terms of numbers in February, there were 11,351 one-time toll transactions, and in January there were 11,200. So it's about exactly where it should be, and it's pretty steady. And for me, that's a good sign, because we want people to sign up for accounts so that they don't have to go and online for each transaction or each day and make their payment and such. That's why we kind of designed the accounts, even the license plate accounts, the express accounts, so that you could put a card or get an invoice or prepay on an express account, and basically not have to worry about it again on a kind of a daily basis. One-time toll you have to do sort of every day. So, for me, even though there's quite a few, and the green bar looks like it's really large compared to the others, these are new actions and new signups for Fast Track and Express account. They're growing. That's good, I think, and one-time toll is staying steady, and I think personally that's good too.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, also I'd like to, last night was the South Orange County Economic Coalition's inaugural South County's Got Talent event. And I'm happy to report that our own Jeff Bott, who we recognized last month as our employee, won first place with his impersonations and comedic routines. So we're very proud of Jeff.
Where is he?
Also, I would like to take this time to thank the board for having the confidence in me to have asked me to step in as acting CEO. I pledge to you that we will conduct our business with transparency and hold ourselves to the highest ethical standards. We have a tremendous staff here at TCA who want to do a good job every day for our customers, for the public, for our agency, and for our board of directors. At times we'll make mistakes and get off track, but that will not be for a lack of effort or good intentions. And we will learn from our mistakes and move forward as quickly as possible. We will conduct our business with a positive spirit and in a collegial attitude in working with all of you. And again, I thank you for your support.
Thank you very much. We're glad you're here.
Very glad you're here.
Next item on the agenda, assuming that's the end of your report.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Is the director's report, and I have no report. Does any other director wish to add any value to today's meeting? If not,
Rush, can I just say, Mr. Kramer, thank you very much for that, and could we each have a copy of that? I'd like to actually read that at our next council meeting. I think that's a really good statement, and one that we can all embrace and adopt for ourselves, so thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
yes.
On March 22nd, I would hope everyone out here and board members will use the 73 to come to San Juan for the annual Swallows Day Parade, 54th annual. And several of us will be riding in the parade. So use the toll road, get to San Juan quickly, affordably, and see you on the 22nd. Thank you.
Sam, are you gonna be riding a horse or a car?
Well,
Or a motorcycle?
no motor. It's the largest non-motorized parade in the world. So no motorized vehicles, all horseback or walking. Horse and buggy. The parade is at 11 o'clock. It attracts 50,000 people over that. There's enough parking. You can, OCTA is providing shuttle service. So we have locations on the east side of the freeway where you can park and take a shuttle right to the parade route, and then after the parade you'll be shuttled back to your parking spot, so you don't have to endure the Ortega interchange construction of the off-ramp there. But it's really a great parade. It's going to be perfect weather. We're praying for that one day only, no rain. Any other day it can rain. We want rain. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Sam, just for the parade, are you gonna be down to more than one lane on the exit? It's a trifle difficult, I went through there 2 days ago. Are you gonna be down to more than one lane on the exit?
No, it'll actually be only one lane on the bridge, but the bridge will be open. So going from 4 lanes down to 2 lanes on the bridge, it will be open. There are ample signage. I'm not sure if the off-ramps can have 1 or 2, but we're trying to get everyone to use Unibro or other alternate off-ramps.
Thank you.
We stand adjourned. Yes, we said adjourned, I'm sorry.